Donald Trump could do one of his typical faces and say to Hillary Clinton that she's killed hundreds of thousands of people, which she said on Sunday. And what is Hillary going to say to that? Right? It's hard for her a little bit because she doesn't know what to say. These charges are so wild, and by the way, most of them are actually pretty accurate. So Trump actually provides some problems. As far as Cruz versus Hillary, it's an uphill battle. I would prefer to see Cruz win the nomination. People ask me, well, I want to win the nomination. If I were going to vote, if this still matters by the time I get California, I will vote for Cruz in the nomination fight. And I've tried not to let that bias me too much, and that's why, I will give credit to these candidates who are opposing Cruz. I will say, I said before that there are a few different ways the Republican Party could collapse. If people think Trump is the death of the Republican Party. By the way, I don't think Trump is the death of the Republican Party. I think that Trump is a European-style far-right populist. He's sort of in favor of big government. He's in favor of big government security. He looks a lot like, if you look at his platform, actually, against Marine Le Pen, for example, of the National Front in France, they basically match up. They're very, very similar. I don't think that will be the death of the party. If you think that will be the death of the party, the establishment should get behind Cruz. Cruz is not going to drop out. He's not going to drop out. And that means somebody has to overcome Trump's 30%. Who can get to 30? That's the big question. It's not will Trump fall, he won't. It's not will Trump drop to 10, he's not going to. It's who in that field, in the field you saw up there today, is going to get to 30% nationally and in primary. So far, the only person who's gotten anywhere near that close is Cruz in Iowa. He's going to win Iowa, by the way. Cruz will win Iowa. And when it comes to New Hampshire, there are just as many candidates in the race for Rubio to rise that high. There's Christie and there's Kasich. They're all going to stick around. Jeff's going to stick around. Nobody's going to drop before New Hampshire. That means the only real viable alternative is for the establishment to bite their tongues and force all their own guys out of the race in favor of Cruz, which is their worst nightmare. I firmly believe there are people in the establishment who would rather vote for Hillary Clinton than vote for Ted Cruz. I really believe, by the way, I know some who actually believe that Ted Cruz is more of a threat because Ted Cruz is too right-wing and he'll split the country and he believes all these crazy small government things. There is a real divide in the Republican Party between people who believe in sort of big government that does things for you and people who believe that government should be cut all the way down to the bone. I mean, this is not a fake fight inside the Republican Party, and we're watching it play out in real time. So those are my general impressions, and happy to take a few questions. Sorry, he's going to be handling